So how do you hire like the best employees, right? That's a great question. And what I do usually, so backstory, so we have about 73 employees as of today, right? And usually I conduct all the interviews, the final interviews I conduct it. Now, usually here's what I do for our company, right? So initially, let's say somebody, we have a job opening, we go ahead and post it on job boards, right? The initial interview is over the phone. The second interview or over Skype, right? And the second interview is usually in person, even if they are working remotely. Now, sometimes I go ahead and just let it be with a Skype call, but if they have to come to the office, I make sure that they come in for an interview in our office, right? That's what I do. Now, saying that, now how do I determine that are they perfect for our company? So what I make sure is their past performance. I do check the references. I want to see how did they perform in their old company, right? I want to know how did they do that. And second thing that's really important to me is, can they learn and adapt? Like, because sometimes, right, sometimes you see an expert, right? Somebody knows this thing in and out, right? But they are like stuck in that place where they're not able to learn new things because they're not able to open up their brain or a mind to new ideas. I don't like that, okay? I want somebody who has the skills, right? Who has the skill but has the ability to learn and adapt, because I will teach them. Okay, for example, we hire so many salespeople, right, who make our phone calls and do demo calls, and most of them know how. If they know basic sales, I got the rest. Now, sometimes I'll get a super expert guy who thinks he's the boss, and I'm like, okay, he's good. That's fine, but does he have the room to grow? Is he going to be able to, or she going to be able to, integrate my ideas, my methods, our procedures into their skills? And sometimes they can't, right? It's not their fault. It's because, they are an expert in their own field and they're not able to, I can't take them to the next step. And I do want to take each one of my employees and each one of my staff to the next step. The part of working with me is not just, that they're getting paid or they're working on amazing products. It's also the fact that, one day when they are done through my company, or when they're done from me, I want them to remember me. I want them to remember our company, where they actually learn some skills, and that changed their life. That changed the way they look at a job or a product or how they actually work. Okay, and most salespeople who come in to my office and get trained by me, I tell them on the first day. Okay, the first 2 weeks are going to be super hard. Okay, and if you're planning to quit, if it's a trial and error, please walk away, because I put my soul, I put my so much energy into training people, and if they just give up, it hurts because I gave up so much, right? Now I tell them, okay, if you feel like giving up, come and talk to me, and I will see what I can do for you. And usually when people come in, oh, it's too hard, or I can't do it, I tell them, okay, 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks to make you go through hell, to make sure that you are a master. You become that person that you have never become, because the way I train people is just it's a little different. Okay, I'll say it like that. I make sure that they're not in that big box as a salesperson. They are growing as a human being, as a professional. And I make sure to do that, okay? Now, also what's important to me when somebody works for me is motivation and life goals. And if somebody tells me, I'm like, what's your life goal? And they tell me, oh, I want to get married and have kids. I don't like that, because that's like every other human being wants to reproduce, have kids, have wife. But if you tell me, hey, in the next 5 years, I want to be able to, do this, don't do that, show me that you got that motivation to grow, go to the next level. Next 5 years, I want to become a manager at your company. That's an amazing goal. Or, let's say next 5 years, my life's goal is to take my entire parents on a vacation. See, I like that, okay? I want to see that you have the motivation. And if you don't, then you're just not cut for it, okay? I'm sorry, okay? There was a time when I was hiring, rookies, but, these days I do want people who are reliable, okay? Reliable, okay? I need to add it here, reliable. So this is one of the best things, okay? You might be the smart ass, you might know your shit, but if you're not reliable, I don't want you. You might be the expert, okay? If you're not reliable, I don't want you. So what I do is I give people 3 chances, okay? I ask my staff, this is good date, this is a good due date. They're like, okay, yes, okay. They're not done. Okay, that's fine. It happens, right? And then I look at it, right? How far away were they from the goal? Couple days here and there, that's fine, right? That's not even a strike. Now, if they don't even do that, 10% of the work, that's strike number 1. I get rid of them. I wasn't like this before, right? Before I used to give people so many chances, and then after a while, right, it just gets overwhelming because I know I can find talent like this these days, right? And I don't want to work with people who are not reliable. Reliability is one of the biggest factor. For example, client says this needs to be done by January 5th. If it's not done, that's my reputation. That's your reputation as a company owner. So, make sure, they are reliable. Make sure they have the motivation to do amazing things in life, okay? Make sure they can learn and adapt to your company. And best of all, also the past performance. You do want to know how did they do before. You do want to find out what do other people think about them, right? You do want to make those reference calls. So that's it. That's how you hire the best employees. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. I have a lot of content coming up, and I would love to have your support for a long term, and we can have that one-on-one conversation on this YouTube channel. Thank you so much, and make sure to follow me on Instagram as well. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. My name is Satish Gear from Dallas, Texas. Now, my background is marketing, sales, and software. I've been doing that for all my life. I've been featured on Forbes, IB Times, Entrepreneur magazines multiple times, and I've written about 2 books so far. And in this channel, my goal is to add value to your life.